Well, at least that one. Let's not be dramatic, Age. Let's get out of here. It's hot. How amazing! This is unfortunate right here, though. We got us a zucchini. How beautiful. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia, and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. Y'all, I cannot tell you how many times I have dumped this, and I'm leaving it to see just how much water we are really getting. It's raining like crazy. It's been raining here like crazy for days. I think we have 2 days left. Also, new nails. Y'all see that? How cute. Nail cam. They are what they call cat eye. So when you move it, it kind of looks iridescent or translucent. I don't know. I think it's iridescent. Anyway, those are the new nails. I love them. And I went with purple again because y'all know purple my favorite color. But anyway, we've been getting rain. I think we have 2 days left at this point. But I've been dumping this almost daily. That's how much rain we've been getting, y'all. But we have a break in it today. And so with that being the case, I am going to play you all some footage from when I was putting in the rain barrel. That day, that video was actually longer, but I didn't get to finish it because it started raining. So we're gonna go back. And some of the stuff you might have already seen, like what I'm doing, you would have seen in the garden tour, but it's just kind of showing you, Puppy's eating my strawberries from the bottom, I think. Should you be eating strawberries? Hold on, y'all, give me a minute. Can dogs have strawberries? In moderation. In moderation. It says yes, in moderation. So we might have to lift some of those strawberries up, or doing it over here. It's okay. Sorry, y'all. I figured that out on my own, but I'm definitely sure she was eating my strawberries from the bottom. Anyway, you might have seen it in the garden tour, but I worked on it, so I figured I would throw that footage in here, and now we're going to finish that video today. So enjoy this portion, and I will see you on the tail end of this vlog. All right, so what's next? I really want to, and this doesn't have anything to do with the rain, but I really want to see if I could get my watermelon planted, but I gotta check the temperature of this soil. If you have been here, you know that we did the soil and stuff in here with the meal grinds not too long ago. So I'm gonna stick this in here to see what the temperature of the soil in this greenhouse bed is. So we're gonna see what it's saying the temperature is. We're gonna leave it for a few minutes. So y'all were asking me about the sunflower. This is where it was, but I forgot to water it. See that little divot? I had put it in there, but I forgot to water it. Also, look at that. That volunteer snapdragon is blooming in here. Volunteer, I don't know where it came from. So let's see. We are already around like 80 in this soil. So also, this is a higher mound. Let's put it right here and see where we at. Yeah, let's see here. Where's our next thing? I have a few things I wanted to do. I need to run to the store and get the rest of my cages, if I'm honest. Maybe I'll do that and I'll come back to y'all. Let's do that. All right, so I'm back. I went and got 40 those cages. Actually, I got 50 of them because I didn't feel like pulling them apart. So I have extras in case I need them, or in case some of them break or something like that. I didn't feel like pulling them apart. They had them in stacks of 25. And so I ended up getting 50 of them. You know, the other thing I thought about, it's about to rain. It's a perfect time for me to take advantage of my ability to direct sow. When I say my ability, nature will water them for me. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and get these up and where they're supposed to go. So why did I get so many? I'm not only putting them in the bags, I'm also putting them in the quick tent greenhouse, also putting them in the garden beds where we have tomatoes, the block beds where we have tomatoes and where we have peppers as well. Oh, and in the bootstrap farmer greenhouse. Anywhere something could possibly fall over that's gonna make me have to stake it and tie it to the stake, we're gonna try these cages, okay? And I've seen people use them for the zucchini and the squash too. I'm not doing that because the zucchini and the squash just not gonna be here long enough. Plus, they're already too big. So let me get some gloves, because I will tell y'all one thing. That metal on those things, I don't like the way it feel on my hands. I definitely use gloves for that. I see one. I remember dropping one a few minutes ago. It might still be over here by the rain barrel. So I could show y'all how I put these in the bags too. Cause I told y'all what I did, but I didn't show y'all. Oh, where's my glove, guys? Well, I couldn't find the other one of the one I wanted to use, but I found some gloves. The other one will pop up. It will pop up. Let's go put these in. We are full sun out here. We're not gonna put all of these in right now. Full sun out here. But I will show you how I put one of them in, and then later on tonight we will, not we, but at least I will finish this up. So we can go over into the greenhouse, I think. Might be hot in there too. Anyway, what I did was I bent this over. Some of these I took off, some of them I didn't. If they was too hot, I didn't. That's one I'm not. I just bent these over like that. Cause I felt like they would be stronger in the bag this way. And this was not going all the way down and through the bag because I don't want to put a hole through it. So I just did it like that. And then I took this around the plant. And I think it's a better idea to do it while it's small too. So that's another reason why I was like, we're gonna do it while we got the ability to. Still need to pick these up, never came back. Then I just put it in like that around the plant. I tore that by mistake, trying to get this tag. And so now it'll just grow up and through here. That's the plan. Then I'm gonna do it all the way down this row and zip tie them together. But not right now because it is full sun out here. Let's go see if we could get them done in the greenhouse. I was about to leave out. I wanna see how they'll fit right here because I'm gonna put them around the peppers in here too. So try to get it open. It definitely would have been a better idea to do it while these plants were small, but I'm just gonna be careful. And I don't need to fold them in here because they can go further down into the ground. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this idea. Thank y'all for telling me. A few of y'all told me. So I think I'm gonna like this, but we're gonna get it done completely. Uh-oh, broke a leaf later on this evening. I think this is gonna be a really good idea, so I don't have to worry about fixing stuff when it starts to fall over. I think it's gonna be a good idea. Thank y'all. All right, so this is where these are gonna go. And we got two more back there that I did not count earlier, so I'm glad that I got extras. And I don't think I need to fold these either, but I am gonna pull the outside open a little bit, just like I did with the peppers, so we can get it around the plant. But yeah, definitely we'll do this like when I first plant them next time, because gotta be super careful not to break them at this point. Not that with a tomato it's a big deal, but I don't want to break it. If I don't have to, I don't want to, so we're gonna just be gentle. It's also hot in here. 95 degrees. It's hot everywhere. 80 something degrees outside though. So we're not in the high 90s today like we have been. These are all patio. They're gonna get tall. That's why I wanted to have them in cages. Last year I staked them. It wasn't the best at holding them up and stuff. So I think this is gonna be better. I never wanted to use cages because I kept hearing people say just like they're not good. But this year I was like, I'm gonna give something else a try because I don't want to trellis and I really don't want to stake. So, oh no, this one is broken. See, good reason I got extras because this one is broken. I ended up getting 10 extra essentially, and I didn't count those, and apparently some of them are broken. Well, at least that one. Let's not be dramatic, Asia. It wasn't some, it was one. And this is not getting ready for the rain, y'all. This is just doing some work out in the garden, getting them on trellises. The main garden is because of the rain too, because if we have hard rains, and we do have some that say thunderstorms, it could quite possibly knock them over. So if there's a trellis in there, then it will help support it some too. It says thunderstorms some nights, but we literally have rain for 8 days. It is forecasted for 8 days. High chances too. Not like, 30-20%, like high chances of rain. This is not for that. This is just because I don't want stuff to start falling over and I have to fight it. I definitely think we got a cat issue back here. Because people let their cats roam, y'all. And if you have been here for a while, you know early on I really had a cat issue. And you know what? It's not even that people let their cats roam. Cats have babies and stray kittens, but I mean, at some point they were somebody's cats. So I will say that people let their cats roam. I broke that. And I found some poop in the chicken area, and I was like, well, who is that from? And I said, oh, that's probably a cat. So we got cat issues, but not too bad. Nothing I can't remove, and not like over the top. They're not digging down into it. So that is a plus, because that would be awful if they were digging and burying it in the garden bed. So that's good. And I'm sure there's things I can do. While I do not like cats, and I know people don't like that I don't like them, I don't want to hurt them. That's never my intent. So I'm not gonna put anything down that's gonna hurt them, but I don't like them. I don't want them. I know people have told me before, get a cat when I had mice. I would not. I would not. I don't like cats. So there's that. All right, y'all. Almost done in here. It's not horrible in here, but it is hot. And when I take these out, I'm really going to try to take them out carefully, because I do want to be able to reuse them. They are $1.99 a piece. I asked them, I said, you got a discount for me buying them in bulk? They were like, no. And 50 probably ain't bulk to them. Like, you know, 500 is probably bulk to them. But to me, 50 is bulk. But I'm going to reuse them. I feel like as long as I take care of them, I should be able to reuse them. And I'm not zip tying these together. They're not close enough. I think we'll be fine, because these also aren't huge tomatoes. They're a compact variety, and I ain't been taking none of these stickers off. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. By the way, y'all, worm bin talk is what's about to happen. I was checking my worm bins. One of them, they moved pretty nicely into one, but there was still a few left, so I added food to the one they were in, and hopefully the rest of them will move up to the other one. They was just all throughout the bin. I was like, well, I don't know what happened here. So we are close to harvesting worm castings, because I know people are like wanting to see how that works. We're getting close. I'm wanting to see how that works, because I never really actually harvested any. I put the worms and everything in this bed right here, but I never harvested it and left the worms in the worm bin. So I'm interested too. But I looked the other day, did some moving around of food and different stuff like that, and I think we're very close. Okay, now I will tell y'all, in here we are having the best growth on our basil. The basil outside and the basil in the other greenhouse, not so much. And here, our basil is growing pretty well. We're not done. I had to get them two back there. So that's good to know. I'll keep a mental note of that. Also, there's a few blades of grass in here, so we're gonna get that. My mic is getting stuck to these. And the one that was broke, I'm sure I could still use it somewhere. It was only one part that was broke at the bottom, not the whole thing. Our squash in here is flowering, so that's a plus. And this is absolutely a trailing nasturtium, y'all. I put it back in the bed because it would have been a mess in the walkway. If you've been here for a while, I had took it out so it could just fall over the bed. No, ma'am. I drank a lot of water yesterday because I knew I was gonna come out here and work today, even after it warmed up. So I am sweating, but I drank a lot of water, and I'm actually about to go get some water. I prepared for this day yesterday. A lot of water was drank yesterday, but I am sweating, so I am about to go get some water real quick after I put this one in. Also sweating because it's 95 degrees in here. Now the bed that y'all are sitting in, that is not looking good at all, and I think it's just not enough sun. But what I'm thinking is we could try some, oh darn, I forgot, we got whatchamacallits. Let's see if we can, we're gonna just put it halfway down. This bed has tree stumps in it. This one is pretty much planted right above it. Let's get out of here, it's hot. I didn't say 55 times. I said because it's hot up in there. And so the rest of them on this side is gonna go in this bed with all of the peppers right here too. Peppers don't mind touching. I don't mind them touching. I just don't want them to be falling over. And we're not going in here right now either. It's 129 degrees in there. Absolutely not. So what I'm thinking at this point is I really can't do anything I wanted to do because everything is in the sun right now. The other thing I wanted to do was any tomatoes or any peppers in the green stalks, wanted to go ahead and get them on bamboo stakes next two. So let's take an intermission and I will see y'all this evening, probably around 6 or so. It's 11:21. I'm going in the house. So then we're back at present day. Y'all, I'm over here and I'm looking and like the rain literally washed the wood chips away. It's been raining and it said we had like flash flood yesterday warning. And this is where it normally would get like very muddy back here before I put the wood chips in. But you can see it's literally washed the wood chips around the yard. Like we've had a lot of rain. Anyway, present day, we are taking these plants off of the Florida weave. Let me show y'all. And we're gonna put them in some cages. I'm not going to take care of Florida weave. It's already out of hand. You see right here? I already haven't done what I was supposed to do with them. So it's really no point in trying to make myself think I'm gonna do it. So we just gonna cut real quick right around here, take these strings off. And we got extra cages like you saw, because I did not count these. So glad I got some extra cages. So we're gonna cut this and then we're gonna do our best to get these into a cage as well and hope for the best. Because I'm just not gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Let me go grab a cage. 3 cages and hope for the best. I also don't have any gloves over here with me and I don't like the way these cages, I don't know, it's the metal. I guess it's the metal that I don't like feeling on my hands. Ugh, it has a, I don't know what that feeling is. I think we also got a zucchini down here that was actually pollinated. How amazing! I'm gonna show y'all before we leave from over here. In the bags, we're bending them down to give them a little more structure. I also probably would like to put some on because my nails are new. But, all right, we're gonna bend them down. And thankfully, this one hasn't gotten too bushy. It's just tall. So, we're just gonna try to slide it around it as much as we can, gently sliding it in. We don't want to break the tomato. These are determinate, so I would not be pruning them. So I would like to not break anything. This, I should have done this when it was smaller, which I wasn't going to put them in a cage. So doing it now, just got to do it gently. And still might break some, but if we don't, also cool. Doesn't look like we have broken anything. And the leaves closer to the bottom, can take those off if you want to anyway. Save you from like splash up, which is said to cause disease. So sorry if it's hitting the mic, y'all. I gotta kind of pay attention to what I'm doing here. And we got this big old leaf in the way from the zucchini. All right, so I did break that one, but not a big deal to me. Oh my goodness, y'all. So sorry. Y'all couldn't really see around that zucchini leaf, but we got it in there with a little bit of concentration. And we had to make sure we didn't break it. And we didn't break any leaves, so we love that. Pull it up. We also love that we don't have to do the Florida weave. I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread when I first found it. But after a while, I was like, no, this ain't it. Not for me. This ain't it for me. This is the top. We didn't break it. It did bend a little bit, but that's okay. It'll stand back up. Pretty sure of that because it's not broken. But we did take that one leaf, but it was gross anyway. So we're gonna do the same thing with the next one. We got some little branches I'm gonna take off. We taking off the clips. We don't need them. Oh, a sucker grew in between the clip. Girl, tomato plants are so resilient, y'all. They are resilient. The sucker grew between the clips. So I would have to figure out how to, well, you know what? We'll just do it that way. Look, it grew in between the clip. It was gonna end up breaking anyway or getting snapped from the clip. So we just took that off. I could make another plant out of this. I don't want to. Glad I'm getting this done early-ish because if I had not made this decision now, that's another one. This is unfortunate right here though, because these are determinate. You don't want to be taking those suckers off. That's fruit for you. All right, let's get her done. Gonna bend it down, and you can bend them out a little bit too, I would imagine, for when you're trying to slide it over this tomato. And again, probably a better idea. I done stepped on that tomato and everything, y'all. It's not probably. It is a better idea to do this when these tomatoes are small, like when you first plant them, which is what I did for most. But we just gonna do what we gotta do here. Just do it gently. You can get them in. Gentle. That's another sucker. Baby, that's unfortunate. The suckers seem to be a little fragile on this plant. If you waited too long, you can. You just gotta use some patience to get them in. Now, come on. That broke too. It's okay. All right, got that one in. All of them will start to stand up eventually. Back up. Is that one broke? Yep. Crazy work. Crazy work. That tomato did not fare well. All right, on to the last one. We lost quite a few on that one too. I think we're gonna be fine though. The first one went in easy. The other two, not so much. They might have been longer. It might have been taller. I need to go get the zip ties real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got some zip ties. We're just gonna zip tie these together. Somebody mentioned zip tying them to the T-post. I honestly think it's a good idea, except my plan is if I don't need these T-posts, honestly, to take them down. So I'm gonna do it without the T-post, and then if we end up needing them, I will. But after this year, if I find that we don't need them, I'm gonna take them down. So I'm not gonna do it this year. We're gonna see how well these perform without being tied to the T-post, y'all. But I do think it was a good idea. I was actually thinking about it, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna wait and see. But it was really a good idea. The rest of the tomatoes are looking good in the cages that they're in. Not tied to a T-post yet. They also don't have a lot of tomatoes on them yet. So once we start getting like tomatoes and they're big and they're like actually laying on these cages, then we'll see what we need, if we need to do something like that. Also, the rain knocked this one over. Like, this was kind of sitting up in the bed. The rain knocked it over, so I'm just gonna put it back and see what happens. Some of the limbs got broken too. You know what I think gonna happen? Squash Vine Boy gonna find it. That's what I think gonna happen. I just put it back in the bed. But looky there, we got us a zucchini. And there go another female one right there in the back. But that's one right here too that I'm pretty sure got pollinated. It would be yellow and shriveling already if it hadn't. So I think it's been pollinated. I see ants and stuff on it. So ants are pollinators, even though they are annoying. And I can say that from experience. Last year, ants were everywhere. And I honestly was saying that I think it was from the wood chips last year. And I do believe that. I think it was from the wood chips. I brought in wood chips. They have been great for me. I do not regret it. But I do think that's where a lot of the ants came from. Oh, hollyhocks, y'all. I just happened to look up. What we about to do, though, is get some bamboo stakes. By the way, look at this, y'all. You know I told y'all my yard was not level. This is where the water was coming this way because the ground goes down. We had wood chips on all of this. It's been washed back. Like, so much rain and very heavy rain, y'all. Anyway, look here. Hollyhocks. These are some pretty pink ones. I just saw a bee go into this one. Look. Can y'all see them? Whoa. There's another one. They're everywhere. Y'all see them in there. How beautiful. And this is why I grow flowers too. I grow them because they're pretty, but the pollinators love them too. He going on into another one. I'm gonna leave him alone. He was like, girl, let me be now. You got it. You got it. Y'all, there's so many tomatoes out here, like the baby ones. I'm super excited. Cannot get off track because it's drizzling off and on, but I'm still out here. I don't want to get off track because I definitely want to get these peppers and tomatoes staked because I already have a pepper plant that kind of laid over in the green stalk because of this rain, y'all. It's been some very strong rain. Oh, you know what? I need to zip tie this one right here. I forgot about it when I put it on here. It's one of the pepper plants. When I put the cage on here, I forgot to zip tie it to this one. So I need to do that real quick too. That's in a purple bag, one of the purple bags, which should have all been potatoes. But I think somewhere along the line, I just forgot to plant potatoes in that bag because no potatoes came up. This is shishito pepper. We got one on there too. Very nice. Oh, y'all see that? Green, and do nothing. I did fertilize them once I was ready to fertilize the whole garden, but I didn't fertilize them in the beginning and they turned green all on their own once the weather warmed up. All right, y'all, let's get some bamboo stakes and get to work. Okay, so I'm trying to work through this rain, y'all. It is raining. Well, it's drizzling right now. So I'm trying to work through the drizzle to show y'all this real quick. So right here we have a pepper plant. It is a shishito. Has not fallen over, has flowers on it, has a shishito pepper or two growing on it. So this is an old pole from a greenhouse that I had. I'm just going to pop it into the soil just like that. And then these are tomato clips. And then I'm just going to clip this pole and this pepper together. And that will help to keep it standing straight up. And if it gets big or it gets weighed down, it'll use this pole for support. And that's simply all I'm doing. And when it comes to the bamboo stake, they're pretty hollow. So I just cut them with a pair of clippers, shears actually. I keep them pretty long. We have a pepper down here. It is a candy cane. You can see we have a pepper on it. And you can see that one is actually leaning. So we're gonna stick this bamboo stake down in it. Oh, it's about to rain. It's not drizzling anymore. And we're gonna put the tomato clip around it. These tomato clips I am using from year to year. They do work as long as you take them off and you don't break them. You can use them over several different years. So that's what I'm doing with the pepper plants, and I'll be doing the same thing with the tomato plants and the green stalks. Okay, so we're up on the porch because it started drizzling harder. I am gonna go back down there and I am going to continue working. I cannot continue to record though because my camera is not waterproof. So this is gonna be day 3 of the 60K celebration. Thank you all. I did not say it at the end of yesterday's video, mostly because I didn't end yesterday's video. But thank you all. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Thank y'all for all of your support, for every like, every subscribe, every comment, every hype. I really do appreciate it. Every share. I appreciate that because like I said over in the community section or post section, whichever one we calling it, I don't get to do this for a living if it was not for you all. And so thank you so much. I'm hoping we have good weather on Sunday so that we could do a live out in the garden. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye y'all.